Welcome to the drama triangle. Now, there's some key elements here. Let's focus on the red titles first, and we'll move on to the green ones later. Now, the key three pieces of the drama triangle are the victim, the rescuer, and the persecutor, and how these all play out together. Now, we all know what drama is. Drama is drama TV. It's complaining, it's talking about others. Complaining, oh, such a key element of the drama triangle, and this is one that is very applicable to the bedroom. Now, let's look at these three aspects of the drama triangle and how they relate together. Now, of course, we're starting here with the victim. The victim is very much, yeah, poor me, I'm helpless, I'm not okay, and everybody else is. Now, this is one of the key pieces in a relational dynamic because what happens is most of us within our relationships, we feel like we're the victim and the other person, we're persecuting them and saying that they're in the wrong, they're the reason why I feel this way. If only they would change, then I would feel okay. Now, this teaching is a teaching that applies to inside and outside of the bedroom. This is every area of life. So, this is important when we talk about the rescuer because the rescuer is really present in the world outside of the bedroom. The rescuer is so much about you need help, you're not okay, but I am nice and I'm gonna fix you. The rescuer needs a victim in order to be a rescuer and save the day. This is uh, this is very much seen in the media today as being an ally. An ally says, these people are the victims. I'm going to persecute the bad people. And here I am, the rescuer. I'm not bad. I'm here just to help. And don't be mad at me. So that's very much the rescuer. We can see that a ton in the world. Now, the persecutor is it's their fault. They're the reasons why it's this way. They're the bad people. It's wrong. They're the wrongness. And this is once again the victim and the persecutor are really what play out in relational dynamics. Now, what we need to understand is what's happening in the bedroom is very much dependent upon what's happening within the relationship. And the drama triangle is very much applicable to long-term relationships. Of course, it can show up in dynamics, dating dynamics, and not long-term, but this is really applicable when we get into a more long-term relationship that we fall into this pattern of the victim and persecuting the other. I feel this way, I don't like it, and it's their fault. And if they change the way they would behave, then I would feel okay. Now, let's start to look at the how to move out of this, and that's what these green words represent here. So let's look at the victim and the persecutor. We can see the challenger. Now, the challenger very much is the one that's having the conversations and either setting boundaries or making new agreements. And, you know, in relationship, I think it's really important to see where we are falling into the victimhood of this is something I can't change. There's something wrong with me, and there's something wrong with this, and I can't do anything about it. And so we're being called into being the creator, which is like, I feel empowered to get what I really want. So that means taking action into saying something. Hey, um, something needs to happen here. Or even thinking about what do I need to do differently? What do I need to do differently? Maybe it is setting a boundary. It's stepping and reclaiming the power and saying, I'm not a victim. I can do something here. Now, the rescuer is more applicable in the outside world, and that's the coach, which is saying, hey, you're not a victim. How can I help you do the things that you need to do to get yourself out of this position? What do you need to put your attention toward? What do you need to put your creative energy towards to create some difference in your life? Now, let's look at one more image that I think the language is helpful as well. So So here we have a little more of a simpler language here. We've got the victim, the villain, the hero. And once again, this is where we really get stuck is between the victim and the villain. The victim's in fear. They're feeling like they can't do anything. The villain, we're blaming. And so this is the dynamic we need to pop ourselves out of. We need to step into that creator position, or we need to step into that challenger position and take action. We need to empower ourselves. This. if we want to have a good sex life, especially in long-term relationships, we really need to up our game in relational dynamics. And understanding the drama triangle is a huge piece of that. Understanding these 3 points within the drama triangle and realizing our favorite ways that we get stuck in different ones. And the truth is, we all get stuck in different ones. This is a profound lesson that it takes practice to pop ourselves out of the drama triangle. So that's just a little snippet on the drama triangle. I highly encourage you to go down the rabbit hole, look it up, understand it more. But most importantly, what I want you to walk away from with this video is really starting to pay attention to when do you put yourself into the victim position? And then when are you persecuting? When are you making the other person the villain? When are you making them wrong? And only if they changed would everything be okay for you. Now, this can show up a ton in the bedroom, which is giving them the power of your pleasure. If you are not working on the level of pleasure that you can curate on your own, you're leaving yourself susceptible to being a victim and the partner being the villain and getting stuck in this drama triangle. This piece will make massive shifts in how much pleasure you are experiencing in your life. It'll change things relationally, and it'll change things internally inside of yourself, the way that you show up in the bedroom. Don't get trapped in that victim position in a relational dynamic. Step into that creator, step into making it happen, take action. Always remember that power and responsibility are two sides of the same coin. So if you want more power, you've got to step into responsibility. And I'm telling you, in my own experience, the more I stepped out of that victim position and I stepped into creator, the things I shifted in myself almost instantly shifted things in my partners, and the sexual dynamic would change in ways that blew my mind. Take this information, sit with it, learn some more. Let's have discussion in the comments if you have any questions. And I'm going to be bringing this subject more into the teachings.